turning in circles, still in a hurry. I'll always worry about everything growing too fast, growing out of my hands, losing my head, 'cause I'm always running, I'm always longing to be someone I'll never be, someone I couldn't be. Sometimes I want to break all of the rules, sometimes I don't want to silence my youth. Sometimes I feel like there's nothing to lose, sometimes it's best to run wild. Decades
They want to really kind of target the mid lane and also a little bit of the jungle as well. Whereas Doms, you know, you're getting rid of Viego, you're getting rid of the Evelyn, you're trying to get Kai Bilal off his comfort picks, and then you want to get rid of the Alistar. Some of the Diamondback has shown that he is willing to play here in the PMACLs. So we're here waiting on the first pick. I'm trying to see if I can get another person in here with me because I'm alone right now. If anybody's out there, come and hop into Casters One and hop in the do a little bit of co-casting with me. But doesn't matter. We're here live. Our first pick off the board for Kai Bilal is gonna be the Kane pick. The Kane pick, an absolutely nuts pick for him. Kai Bilal is known to play these carry style junglers, you know, these solo queue style junglers where he can just take the team on his back and absolutely deal tons of damage. And Kane is that right off the bat. And then you're looking at for literally Nate. All right, they're going to see if they're going to grab the rise there for literally Nate. Literally Nate being one of the top mid laners here in the lower division, putting him on a comfort pick, something that he has been known to play for years now, something that he could really, really carry on, and in the late game be an absolute menace. So I really like that one from. And then also in the jungle, Xin Zhao been picked up here for Ruyan. Ooh, sorry about that. All right. And now we see here the Galio pickup for that could be either a support Galio or a mid Galio. I kind of lean towards the mid pick. We did a little bit of insight into Two Coaches One Cup. Last week we actually saw from Embers in the bot lane and Blue 17 in the mid lane. They made a little roster switch last week. I'm curious to see if they'll do that again this week. But we do see the Galio and the Jinx, and then it looks like, yes, Thresh will be coming in for Astasteria or Mr. Matt, however you want to say his name. So he's going to be on that really good comfort pick, the really power pick there in the bot lane with the Thresh. Let's turn on some music. Let's see what we got here. There we go. All right, and the band's coming through. They're thinking that Galio is the mid. They're going to target the support here. They're going to target Diamondback. They're going to get rid of the Leona here. See what TCOC would like to do in response to that one. Wouldn't be surprised if we see some AD carry bands come through here. See if they can knock Klug down off of his thing. But they will target the Alawi, real JOP. They're wanting to get him off the board. And the Nautilus. So yeah, that is 3 tanks. 3 really solid engaged tank options for the side of Two Coaches One Cup taken off the board. And they're going to actually target the Malphite. Looks like they're going to go for the Malphite here, TCOC. Wanting to get JLP maybe a little bit off his comfort, and so they can have, you know, Zanzan really try to snowball on the top side of the map there. Let's see. Hang on 1 second, guys. I think we got somebody coming along. Hey, that is Sean. That is my teammate Brandon. He's gonna see if he can try to jump in and do a little color casting, with me. So I'm not here all alone. So if you could, let's see. He in the Discord. I can't remember what his name is in Discord. Brandon, do a favor for me and go ahead and join our team Discord.
Help me out, man. Is it Star Reaper?
No, it's not. Brandon, if you're in the chat, go ahead and jump in our team chat, and then he'll see what you are. His name is very odd in Discord. It's not his actual name. I can't remember exactly what it is. So Brandon, jump in our team chat, and then
it's Zix Draco. Hook my book.
Yeah. Hook my book. So Zik, whatever, Draco something.
Yeah, give me a second then.
Ladies and gentlemen, the commissioner, Sean Minbong.
Everyone throw tomatoes.
Throw your babies.
Yeah. Throw your babies? What? No, we are not throwing children.
But anyways, rounding out the team comps here, it looks like they're going to pick up the Jin as their AD carry. And the Tarek pick for TCOC, they're wanting to get Matt. They don't want to allow that for Matt to come through. So very smart move by them. They're going to round it off with the Shin. So up from top to bottom, you got Shin for the side of TCOC. You got Shin, then Kane with Galio, rounding it off with Jinx and Tarek in the bot lane. And then for the side of Doms, you've got in the top lane, you've got your Cho'Gath. You've got Xin Zhao in the jungle, Rise in the mid lane, and Jin Thresh in the bot lane.
All right, take care.
Alrighty.
All right, Brandon. Ladies and gentlemen, if you do not know this man, this guy is Brandon. He is our mid laner. This is Hook My Book. Absolutely smurf on any mage you throw at him. So Brandon, are you you weren't able to get into the game, were you? We'll see. Hang on a second. Let's see.
Yeah, I'm about to be starting to try and get everything loaded up. I'm currently looking at the teams, and I am not gonna lie, both teams are a little bit nasty.
Yeah, I really like both of them here. I'm actually going to share my screen in order for you to do the casting since you weren't able to get in the lobby. Just watch League of Legends through the Discord, and you can kind of commentate. Might be a little bit blurry, because I don't have Discord Nitro. I'm not that cool, but
And I don't blame you there. Alright, so along with the top lane, looks like it'd be Ornn and Shin if I'm right about it.
Yeah, it'll be Ornn and Shin. Yep.
That's definitely going to be a very brawler type match. Not gonna lie there.
Yep.
And then let me try and see up over here. Oh wait, oh.
Oh wait, hang on one second.
I'm dumb.
One second. Let me try to get you in this game. When you get in here, go to I think one of them left, so we're good. I invited you. Check your league thing. I invited you to the game, and then go to the spectators thing.
Why does it say? Okay. Do you think you can up the?
No, Brandon. Go to your league client. I invited you to the game. Go and just join that.
Okay. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. And you'll just spectate.
Alrighty.
All right, cool. That was really fortunate. Yeah, sorry about that, people. Apparently somebody left the game or something, but it all works out. We got there in the end. But
yeah.
Let's see. So talk about these team comps, Brandon, while I get the thing set up real quick. I'm looking at both of these. I'm trying to see which ones they play their strengths to. Obviously, Jinx is a very strong pick right now in the meta. Even with her nerfs to her Q, she's still an S tier 80 carry. So just gotta talk about these two team comps, and who do you think might have the edge over the other one?
Well, I'm currently looking forever at this. Right now, coming from TCOC, there is definitely a lot of playing as a team fight from the looks of it. Kane may be able to pick off a few people, but that only depends on if he either takes blue Kane or red Kane, depending on how it goes. As far as it goes, we have Shin, which if he winds up ulting either Galio or Tarek, it's definitely going to be a very mess hall team fight. If Galio does get a really good ult in, it's definitely going to be a very unfortunate time due to the splash ult from Jinx. And if we add Tarek's ult into the mix, it's definitely going to be a not so fun time.
Yeah, so so basically what you're saying is TCOC, they're looking really at big wombo. You have all these good CCs that can go off of each other. Like you said, if you have Shin going with the taunt, then the Tarek stuns, and then Galio comes over top, and then it's just CC on CC on CC. Is that what you're trying to tell me?
Basically.
Yeah.
Now, coming from over on the Dom side, we definitely have very strong potential lane advantage coming from over their side. The Thresh Jhin is a very classic but very well done comp for bot lane. They definitely can go one up on that one. So they may have Jin a very, very fast carry.
Yeah.
Cho'Gath and Xin Zhao will probably be the back runner on this, and Rise will probably all around.
Yeah, and one thing we've seen from literally Nate on that Rise is just Rise is such a just annoying split pusher late in the game. You know, so I'm really looking for literally Nate to really try to snowball that. I feel like if Doms can get to like the 25-minute mark and it still be kind of, you know, either even or even if it's in their favor a little bit, I feel like they're going to take the game with the Rise play from literally Nate, and also, you know, Cho'Gath infinite scaling essentially. So.
Oh yeah,
You know,
that's without doubt.
so, and also it can't be understated. You know, you have Jinx on the other team, so you know both teams are really looking to scale here. But if I'm just looking at ease of execution, TCOC looks very easy, right? Like I said, you have the Taric stuns, you have Shen taunts, Galio Rs. One thing that kind of makes me nervous about this team comp is when Kane goes into the backline, he doesn't really have a buddy to go with him unless Galio has his ult available. So that's just something that's something we're gonna have to keep our eyes on here. But
all right, now coming with a question for you.
What's up?
Coming from looking from both sides, which team do you think would probably be annoying with like laning against?
In terms of lanes, I think honestly, I think top's probably going to go even. Looking at the players, looking at the champs, it's probably going to go even. You're going to see both teams really focus on the bottom half of the map because that's where their win conditions are. We see for members back in the bot lane here like he was last week on that Jinx. They're going to want to get Jinx ahead. And so, but however, Jhin Thresh is a very tough lane to go into. So, you know, if we're talking, you know, lane opponent versus lane opponent, I mean, it can kind of go either way. But in my opinion, I think it's going to really end up, the determining factor is going to really be, you know, which team's jungler can impact the map the most.
Right.
So,
Ooh. I'm not gonna lie, looking from both teams, I'm not gonna lie, I'm having tingles down my spine.
all right. Okay, Neil, thanks for that. I'm going to adjust his mic real quick. Let me know if that's any better. I turned him down a little bit, but I'm not sure if it'll help.
Yeah, sorry. My mic may be a little bit on the booty side.
Yeah. Yeah, so just checking the chat here. Coinstar says, Kane goes in and then with Shinar and then Galio ults on top. That is a massive wombo, just like we were talking about. McDonald's drive-through by says, Egg Boy. Oh,
we
man.
definitely see the wombo and the womp.
They had, yeah.
I mean, coming from between the two sides, I do believe that TCOC does have a better comp, at least the team fight comp.
Mm-hmm.
I can't say for the other side, except that they may pull out a surprise on them with the Rise ult and just be like, "Hi, I'm here to destroy you."
Yeah, yeah. But we're almost into the game, about 35 seconds. If we could get one of the mods to do a prediction in chat, that'd be really good. If I'm gonna look at these two teams, and I were to throw my money down on somebody, I mean, I personally, this league is kind of run by mid laners, and oftentimes it's mid gap, and I think literally Nate's one of the best, if not the best mid in the lower division. So you know, I'm gonna have to think Dom is gonna take this one. What do you think, my dude?
Honestly, it just depends on the fight and struggle between them two.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, like, even with, you know, Galio having that MR just straight from the bat, I'm kind of scared with the Rise because that's a lot of CC kit that he has and burst damage. So I'm keeping a note on that. And it can go either way.
You can go either way, yeah. I can say that. So when you get into the game, pause at 10 seconds, and then I'll say 3, 2, 1, go, and then we'll both hit play at the same time, so that way we are right in time with each other. All right. All right, so I am paused at 10. All right, let me know when you're paused at 10. You're paused at 10?
Currently it's waiting for me to load up.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right, so it looks like we're having to get these folks loaded up, so give us just a few seconds here, folks.
There we go. Alrighty.
All right, so we paused at 10. We good to go?
Yep.
All right, here we go. On go. 3, 2, 1, go.
Alrighty.
All right, looks like we see some pings coming through here. Both teams are, looks like just off the rip, we see TCOC. They're looking to probably get maybe a 5-point here. And then Dobbs are going to look to probably 5-stack this bush right here.
Let's see. Oh, okay. Sinjal's going for the top. Okay. Oh.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Coming from the bat, we have an Oracle put down. That's a first.
Yeah, so the Kaiba grabbing that Oracle in so he can sweep that ward out. Pretty standard stuff. And yeah, it looks like both of these teams with a clear level 1 strategy. It looks like TCOC doesn't want any shenanigans to happen, so they go the 5-point. And then Dobbs, they 5-stack that bush. Realize nothing's going to happen, and then they are going to head to their lane assignments. We saw Urion. He went through and he dropped that ward. It got swept out, so he went back to buy a sweeper of his own. So, pretty standard play across the board. It looks like Highball is going to head down to maybe start his red buff based off the pathing that his bot lane is doing right now. So, pretty standard starts here so far.
Mm-hmm. Alrighty.
Yeah, so we see both bot lanes helping out their jungler here. Like we said, I'm really looking to see which team can really play around their bot side of the map better. And I really think whoever can do that, they're going to have a better outcome in this game. And we do see Kane heading down towards the Krugs. Standard, looks like he might be doing a full clear here. He might actually see to go up to his Raptors and then maybe wrap around. But we shall see.
Alright, let's see. We're already starting to have a struggle fest between top and mid. It looks like Zan and Blue, I'm still trying to know the names, but
Yeah,
it looks like both of them are going to have a not so fun time coming from the looks of it.
Yeah, exactly. On the top side, JOP really coming through on those trades. We see on the bot side, Klug and Steria, they're getting that level 2 advantage first, and they are making sure they are pressing. We do see pings coming in from the mid lane from the Kane. Gonna see if he can get a kill. But on the top side, we do have Zanzan being taken down very low. He still has his flash available. Chooses not to use it. Literally, Nate forcing the flash away. So good job on the side of TCOC to grab the flash really early on.
Alrighty. Let's see. Coming from the bot side, looks like everything's pretty much normal. I know they were pushing the turret a little bit back then, so...
Yeah, and this is kind of what we expect from a lane like this. You kind of expect Thresh having that small range advantage, and then Gent also having a range advantage, them to be pushing in most of the time. But look to really see Diamondback and Embers really try to make plays when they see Kaiba coming down to that side of the map. Literally, Nate getting like a pretty good chunk of damage down on the blue 17 there in the mid lane. Remember, both mid laners are without their flash because of that gank a few minutes ago.
Alright, so God, okay, looks like mid's having not a very fun time. My heart goes out to him. Oof.
Yeah, but Little Nate is low on mana, so all that trading, it looks like he's probably going to be able to get the push in and probably going to take it back, and then maybe either think to CP back to lane, or he could have liked to walk thinking of the wave state, just depending on what he decides to value here. But in the top side, we already see a level difference in between the two. 4 versus 3. Zanzan just hitting that 3. Urion here, he's not going to take the lantern just yet. He takes it through, but yeah, nothing's gonna happen here. So he's not able to land it, but
All right, we
Kaibalal
got
is topside.
coming up.
He's gonna land the E
All right.
on the JLP, but a nice knockup to get him away, and he's forced to flash. So that's 2 flashes forced already by Kaibalal. Very good job forcing his presence around the map.
Yeah, looks like it's coming from both sides. It's definitely starting to become a very interesting fight and all around gangs. Not gonna lie here. But at least coming from at least Gold's perspectives, I know TCOC had a little bit of a slight advantage, but now looks like the other team is pretending on getting the more of the gold for the resources.
Yeah, exactly. And we do see the dragon coming up very soon, and the jungler for TCOC is actually on the top side. He's going to look for a gank on JLP. Remember, JLP does not have his flash. They burned it just a second, so and Kaiba's going to go and see what he can do. They're going to get the slow, but not much else is going to happen. And now that they see the jungler for TCOC is topside, you're going to see Urion bolting straight towards that dragon.
Now, I do know that with Xin Zhao, he has the ability to solo dragon, especially at least with his level. My only thing though is that I'm also kind of iffy because we may never know if outside decides to turn about and do dragon. So that's the thing to keep an eye for. Oh.
Yeah, but meanwhile on the top side, you know, JLP just kind of sticking around a little bit too long. They will give over first blood over to Zanzan, the Grandmaster Slayer himself. But it looks like on the bot side, they will trade that first blood for the first Drake. Yeah, we saw the bot lane not elect to rock up to the dragon there. So we don't know if TCOC knew they were on it.
Right. Well, so far, the lead is unexpectedly going over to the other side. So it is definitely starting to become a very interesting way.
Yeah.
With the first blood going over to TCOC and them getting dragon. I am actually kind of excited to see how this goes.
Yeah, but we do see blue pathing on down to this bot side. Looks like they could be trying to set up a shove, maybe a little gank into a dive, because you see blue Diamondback misses the stun there on Stereo, so they're not going to be able to get it. Blue with a nice flash, not necessarily all that we needed because the lantern was there, but you know, better be safe than sorry. And blue heads back to his lane. Meanwhile on the top side, JLP, he's got a level advantage. He has his feast available. Zanzan doesn't. He just got his flash up, so he should be okay. He's gonna land a knock up there, but probably not gonna be able to get much out of it. And with the Herald up, we see mid and top priority both going to the side of Doms. And so look for them to really try to make a push for that. Let me get the objective timers up real quick. Hang on a second, guys. Thought I had that. Nope, not objective timers. There we go. Yeah, so we do see the Herald coming up in about 30 seconds. And I look to see that go. Let's see if Doms can put their top and mid pressure to use here and grab that really quick.
Alright, so far it looks like TCOC is trying to look for a gank advantage. Looks like they put away from there. Where we got it here? Definitely a. Ooh, okay. So definitely coming from both sides, we do see a lot of warding in the process of everything. Both junglers are definitely keeping to getting the other team's camp, so that's something that's pretty standard, but you know, also can be an advantage to a point. Let's see.
Oh, we do see
Alright,
Kaibalal here on the top side. Zanzan is low. He's going to get the feast on him. JLP is going to get that first kill. Kaibalal does have his ultimate available if he wants to use it. But JLP is doing a lot of damage. Nice flash to get away from the knockup. But meanwhile, in the mid lane, Blue's going to go in and literally nade, and he's not going to get anything from that. Kaibalal still trying to fight it out on the top side, but Urion's close by. He's going to get the slow into Kaibalal, and the ultimate comes down with the knockup, and he is going to take Kaiba down. One more auto should do it, and there he goes. Kaibalal is taken down. Over across the map, a 2-0 for the side of Doms.
Oof.
Hey guys,
Not
y'all
gonna
hold on.
lie, pretty close for top lane.
All right, we see Jinx Rocket coming through. It's not going to land on much because they just got it back. Guys, 1 second. I think I might... My frames are really low. I'm going to see if I can fix something real quick on those frames. We're going to let it keep running, though.
Alrighty.
Yeah, just keep talking here, Brandon. I'm going to...
Alrighty. Alright, well, seeing as how everything's starting to become a more of a reset. Let's see. Bot lane doing its pretty standard thing.
I hope that, yeah, that helped. Okay.
Yeah, I was figuring because the live might have made yourself a little bit laggy.
Yeah, I don't know. That was odd. Anyways, so we're back in. Sorry about that, folks.
Alright.
Streamed PMALCS in months.
Alright, we definitely see Galio trying to do something here. Definitely probably won't be much of help.
Tons of pings coming into the bot lane, but where it looks like Directed Camera wants to take us top side. Zanzan doing a little bit of trading, but the Jedi is coming in. Diamondback's taking incredibly low. Here comes the Galio over the top. He's going to knock up Yuri on it. He's going to be taken down. Kybal picks up that one. Terracolt is going to make sure nobody else follows immediately, but ooh, Diamondback, that is very low.
If Nate literally takes the...
Yeah, here comes Nate on the side. He's going to get taunted. Oh, it might have been a little bit too much, but nice hook there by Steria. He's going to play Embers right into Klug, and Diamondback's going to take down literally Nate, and Kaiba's going to also pick up another one on Klug. Steria is in trouble. He is rooted. He is down. Ember takes him down. It's a 3-for-0 in the bottom lane.
God damn.
Yeah, that was...
That'll probably have helped a little bit with the armor on that division. Looks like from the other side, it does look like they're about to, you know, play definitely something and trying to get into that dragon. But as soon as everyone starts getting readjusted and then Nate start coming back from the backside, they just start focusing from different perspectives, and that's just what became the downfall.
Yeah, Jopi going in once again onto Zanzan is going to force his flash away. Didn't have the ult up, but literally Nate's here in the bottom lane. He's going to get Ember's rooted, and he should be able to take him down with a couple more autos. Yeah, there it is. Diamondback's not going to be able to land the stun. Guardian pops on him, and he is going to get out scot-free. But yeah, on that bot side, they had Yuri almost taken down. Literally, Nate took up the blast gun over the wall and wanted to try to get back into the fight. He almost had a pick off, but Blue 17 came in with an absolute huge taunt, and they turned immediately on him and took him straight down. Steria actually also landed a very nice. Oh, but meanwhile in the mid lane, Blue's gonna force a flash away.
Right. Yeah, coming from.
But yeah, back to the bot side. Diamondback is gonna get caught by a hook there, but Kybal is nearby. They could look to turn this around. Yeah, there's the stun on this. Actually, he's not going to land on Asteria. Here comes the Shin ultimate to make sure that they are safe and sound. Asteria's going to take the blast cone away. Very smart move, kind of debating, Kybal's Q there. It looks like he will be able to get out. Very nicely done use of the blast cone there. I definitely would have went straight over the wall if it were me.
Yeah. All right. Now coming from over the top side while everyone was taking of action, they wound up taking rifts with Cho'Gath having that, stack for that rift.
Yeah, and we see that. Yeah, we see despite the kills coming in from Kaiba early on and in the bot lane, the gold difference is actually in the favor of Doms here, and it is that CS differences you see across the board for the laners. You see mid, bot, and top all have CS advantages over their opponents. So we talked about scaling. We talked about literally Nate on the rise. Even though he did pop in that last fight, later on he's going to be a menace.
Mm-hmm. All right. Oh, we are coming down from inside the jungle. Looks like they may try and do something. Nope.
Yeah,
they seem to be warding and backing off.
Yeah, just trying to drop some boys, get some vision on the enemy. Red buff. But Kybal's smart enough. He's going to take a couple control wards with him. Yeah, good job from him clearing the vision there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the game has kind of started to slow down a little bit. The next Drake's not up for about 2.5 minutes. Next Herald, a little bit further on than that. So the teams don't really have much to play over right now. They're trying to fight for vision so they can maybe get a setup for this next dragon. But back to the top side, they are just skirmishing, like you said. They're brawling it out. JLP has a ton of health, though. Zanzan might not be able to fight we want to take. he's going to do an absolute absurd amounts of damage. I think JLP still has his ultimate. Yep, there it is.
Oh,
there is the
hey.
feast. But meanwhile, on the bottom side, Saria is not going to get the taunt landed on him. Blue 17 misses that one. Literally, Nate's coming over the back to get a stun, but nice. Nice knock-up right there by the Kane. Is going to knock up Klug in the middle of his ultimate.
Right.
Kane's going under the tower. All right, so 1-for-1 so far across the map. See if they can get any more. We do see literally now on the backside, that is a lot of low health bars. 1 Q from Klug is going to knock out a couple of them. But good taunt is going to take him back. Here's the TP from JLP. He's going to knock up 1, and he should get taken down here. That's the Q that lands onto Embers, and not going to be able to take him down, actually. Kaiba is sacrificing a life, and he's going to go on a killing spree to take down the support there. But overall, super scrappy fight on the bot side. But in the end, you know, a 3-for-4 across the map. But JLP had to burn his flash on that one to make it so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was absolutely bonkers of a fight.
Oh yeah, that definitely was a very bonkers. Coming from, you know, the red side, it definitely seems to be like, you know, they had a little bit more of a advantage. They definitely was, you know, playing that rather well concerning the circumstances of how the ults just went up dropping in. Because I know with Kane ult and Atarko, I know that it was definitely not a fun time.
Yeah.
That was without doubt not a fun time.
Yeah, those are both 2 ults that we didn't really talk about in Champs League, but they can really, you know, extend a fight that whole time. You know, Kagalol was you know, ulted inside Klug, and he was in there for, it felt like max time. And then, you know, you had the Terra Cult over top of everybody, just kind of doing his best to extend the fights, getting enough time for Blue to get his taunts back up so he can land them. So good fight, honestly, on both sides. JLP with the wherewithal to TP to the bot to kind of even it out on the bot side, but, you know, very good fight.
Now, the one that actually, you know, was actually pretty well played was Nate coming down from at least the backside of the team. That the combo that he wound up putting out, that definitely hurt them, without a doubt.
Yeah, without a doubt. And we still do see that gold lead is starting to grow a little bit, down to almost a 1.5K gold lead for the side of Doms. Oh, excuse me. Well, we see both teams posturing for this drag. Because of the last fight, it seemed like they were a little bit late to get their waves pushed in to get set up for the vision on it. But we do see, looks like TCOC is going to want to go on the bot side. TP coming in, and now
TP coming from Shin.
I wouldn't be surprised to see Blue jump right in, and you see Zanzan ult right on top of him, or they could look to go right to the dragon. It looks like they might, you know, Dom's had position on the dragon, but nice. That's a nice taunt and stun on it too. But Blue team's going to take down the dragon. Here comes the Terra ult over the top, and it is going to. Oh my goodness, Zanzan is kept just alive, just barely long enough, and he's going to be taken down. It's a 1-for-1 so far. Literally, Nate's going to get flashed on and knocked up by Blue, but he's not going to be able to take him down. Bjorn is very, very low, and he's going to get taken down by Diamondback. Just a little bit more damage so far. A 2-for-2.
Back from the backside.
Yeah, and Nate's trying to find Embers, but he's not going to be able to do it, and the team's going to turn on him. Kaiba's going to get the knock up, and he's going to be taken down in swift order. And they wanted to go help their teammate out. It looks like they might get taken down here as well. Saria deflate's not going to land, and that is going to be overall a 4-for-2 for the side of TCOC.
Whew. That was not a fun time coming from the red side. Now, I see what they were trying to do, where they were coming from, but the fact is that okay, wound up gotten
all right. So we got one back, and it was a shutdown. So Klug's really happy about getting a little bit more money in his pocket there. But sorry, what were you saying?
At least coming from both sides, I did know that Blue did actually wind up gain dragon from that, so that was a pretty much plus on their side. And then the cleanup was definitely a little bit wonky.
Yeah,
I'm not gonna lie there.
It was definitely an extended fight. Yeah, literally that's twice we've seen literally Nate kind of on the back line, and or the back side of the team rather. He's trying to get angles on these, on, you know, the Jinx on the back side, trying to get an angle on her. But, you know, Blue is just doing a great job just kind of disrupting it, but not really allowing that to happen. But one thing that I didn't really like, we see a taunt coming down to JLP, and the Galio is coming over top, but he should be able to land her just out. Oh no, Steria stepped out of it. He's going to get the knock up. And here we go. We have a 3-for-3 fight with the Shin ultimate coming in. And that's going to land a taunt onto JLP, and it looks like he could get taken down. But that's a nice hook and a flay, and JLP's going to take down Blue 17. That's another one. That's a killing spree now for Klugschreiber. Kaiba takes down JLP, but in the meantime, he's probably going to get taken down here. The hook doesn't land, but the Gen ult comes through, and he's going to look and the flay makes Klug miss his thing, but he is on a rampage regardless. But yeah, back to that last fight. You know, they were in the dragon. You know, red side had control of the dragon. Dom's had control of the dragon pit. They just kind of like walked up towards mid while TCOC walked through the bot side and lost control. So kind of a little misstep macro wise from them. I think they didn't expect them to wrap around that way, but in the end they were able to get a couple more back, and Klug is on a killing spree. Checking out the gold real quick. He is sitting behind his teammate Nate. He is the richest man in the game. He is also 200 gold ahead of his lane opponent there from Embers, but Embers was able to just pick up these. It was the second turret of the game, but so really trying to even out the gold there, but they are still down about 1,500 gold.
All right. I have to say though, the fight coming from at least top side, that was definitely intriguing.
Yeah, definitely. It's one I honestly, you know, when the fights happen, you don't really expect anything to come from it. You know, you expect teams to just like kind of, especially when top laners are involved, they just like trade a little bit and then walk off. Yeah, Zanzan went in, got a taunt in. I thought they were just gonna walk out, but no, they kept going. And unfortunately, I don't think they knew the bot lane was on that side of the map, and so they were able to get taken down right there. So that's a nice knock there on the JLP into a stun. Diamondback's taking really low. He's probably gonna have to pop the ultimate here. He's not gonna be able to. He's gonna get taken out before it comes through. That's another shutdown. Who did that go on to? That went onto the Cho'Gath, picking up that shutdown onto Diamondback. We do see Urion on the side here. They're gonna look to take this tower down. Zanzan cuts out Urion just a little bit, but the Lantern's gonna get him to safety. Knock up into a hook, and that is a silence, and JLP takes down Zanzan 42. Jigsaw is not going to be able to land on Urion. And so overall 2 for 0 for the side of Doms.
I did see that Zan was trying to call out someone. However, the only unfortunate thing was that his team was also on the other side of that. So it was, even though that it was a rather smart idea to try and pick out someone, the execution was a little bit rough.
Yeah, just a little bit. And I think when you see Diamondback kind of get caught there before the fight even happens, you just got to say, guys, we got to get the tower. It's not worth it giving our lives over. But we see Asta. He's going to get the taunt on too. That's a really big one. Diamondback's going to get the stun there onto Asta. He's going to have to flash away. But the Cho'Gath knocks up 2 people, and into the middle of the fight he goes. He is stunned up. Taric ult's coming down, and JLP is going to get the killing spree. And the Taric ult finally comes through. Wasn't in time, and Embers is taken down. Klugschreiber is unstoppable. But that is a double kill here for the Kane. Gale Force forward for Klug. He's not going to be able to take him down. Zanzan's looking for Seri. He's going to take him down. And Klug is absolutely trying his best to stay alive, but it is a triple kill for Kaiba. And a 4 for 4 overall. He's maybe looking for more. The Penta, nice flash there by Literally Nate. He's going to land the root. All right, and Literally Nate doing a lot of damage to Kaiba. And he gets the shutdown. Literally Nate with the outplay of Kaiba. Probably going to be able to pick up the Drake right behind it.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nate fucking clearing this shit down.
Yeah, Nate. He's not gonna grab the Drake. A little bit risky. He's just gonna want to look to push the waves and probably take a reset. Yeah, probably a smart move. You know, the other team, he could have taken it, but you know, wants to get the reset, spend that nice money he's got. Let's see if he completes anything here.
Coming from one mid laner to another, I'm not looking forward to trying to fight against the Nate.
Yeah, that was really well done from him, and I was kind of surprised that Kaiba went in. He didn't have his Zara available, and if he had it, I think that fight would have been his. But nonetheless, we might see Dragon Fight Part 2 because everyone is alive and heading in that direction. Zanzan does not have his ult available, but he does have TP in order to join the fight. But that is a couple of big fighting tools. We do see the Galio ult's not there. Zanzan ult is not there. Diamondback's ult is about to be up. Red team quickly picks up the Drake right off from under their nose. The Diamondback's going to get caught out here. He's going to be taken real low, real fast. Gen ult coming over the top. Kaiba doing a good job tanking that for his support there. So red team does get the dragon, and they do push the blue side out of their own jungle.
Alrighty. Looks like coming from objectives, both sides seem to be pretty well in doubt to know what they're wanting to grab and get. Let's see, 2 dragons on both sides, and I did know that red side did grab Rift a while back, so we definitely are seeing objectives being taken right out from the get-go.
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
know, then
so-
we're coming from turret side. We do have the. Let me try to rephrase that. We are coming down to where blue side is going down to where they're having only their second tier turrets coming from the looks of it. To where we have both. We both have the 1 tier turrets from both top and mid lane from the red side.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. And those, you know, the turret difference is absolutely huge. 3-1. Now it's only 2 turrets, but you know, it's those outer turrets. They open up so much more of the map. If your mid outer turret is up, you have so much more access to your side of the map. So, for example, like the red squad, they have their entire top jungle they can go to. Now their bottom is a little bit more risky, but right now, if you're sitting on the side of TCOC, it's kind of risky to step into your jungle at all because of the tower state. You know, you can step in there. They don't really have much vision. So there's not really much way of knowing where the other squad is unless they're standing on a ward or trying to clear one out. But we do see both teams sitting here trying to posture towards the Drake, because you do see Zanzan on the bot side trying to split push, trying to get that wave pushed forward, get a little bit of map pressure going. But 25th minute, we do see the Baron is the call. Both teams are kind of wanting to fight over this right now, but with the gold advantage, with the item advantage, you know, Doms, they're looking to be in a pretty good spot right now.
Oh boy.
So just checking on the gold real quick. Yeah, we see Klug has extended his lead to about 800 gold there over his lane opponent. He's doing a very, very good job, and literally Nate, like we previewed earlier in the game, is way ahead of everybody in terms of gold, sitting at a number I don't even want to do math for, about 4,000 gold over his lane opponent. Very nicely done from him.
The levels.
Yeah, and the level differentials is 2 levels. Yurion, he goes right in on a Kaiba. Is going to get the stun. The Terracolt's going to come over the top, and this is what we talked about, buying time. Kaiba ults in. He's going to get the Terracult, but the Flay's going to get him away. They're trying to peel it back. Oh, what a nice stun into. Oh my goodness gracious. Blue 7. Oh my gosh, and they just wiped them off the map. The taunts, the stuns coming in from TCOC. They're going to get 4. They're going to get 5 here, and they're going to get the ace and the Baron at 27 minutes.
This is what I was pretty much, you know, exclaiming from the start of this, and that this is the exact thing that actually happened now, is that big wombo combo. The unfortunate side is that coming from the red team, they were very clustered together, and that was what probably set up Blue for another taunt right out from the get-go. The target taunt did help, and in this case, kind of, you know, pushed it back from their ADC's damage, which probably was the unfortunate case from that.
Yeah, and something to really note from that one too was there were so many shutdowns. They had a 300 gold shutdown on Rise. They had a 200 gold shutdown on Thresh. I'm trying to see if there's more shutdowns. All right, they had 500 extra gold in their pocket there. But, you know, we talked about the ability to buy time. You know, Kane gets jumped on, he gets engaged on, almost popped. Terracult comes through, his ult comes through, and his ult buys enough time for Terracult to get there, to keep him alive, and then he just wreaks havoc on the back of the line. He heals up so much while he's inside, and he gets onto the back line, and they're able to land the multi-man taunts, the multi-man stuns, the multi-man knockups, and it's absolutely just a clinic for a wombo combo here for the side of TCOC.
I have to say, even though they was getting pushed back, I would have to say that was very well executed. And
yeah, Kaiba's looking right here for Klug. He's Mike getting caught out. That's a nice stun onto him. He's gonna get taken down here for sure. He's gonna flash away. He's gonna Gale Force away. And Kaiba's gonna go on a killing spree. He's gonna take him down. He's gonna ult inside Asteria. The blast gun's gonna knock him over, and that is another multi-man taunt. Here comes the Terror over the top to keep his teammates alive. He's trying his best to get blue 17 with the R, but it's not gonna happen. He's gonna get stunned. Kaiba's gonna get flayed under tower, but he is on a rampage. Zanzan taking up tower here, but it looks like he might ult out of it. No, he's gonna get stunned. That is a shutdown there for literally Nate. That's huge to try to get that back. But overall, you know, it's another fight win here for TCOC. Really executing the Tarek and the Tarek and the Kane combo here.
Oh, and then on the red side, we have Urine, which is not having any of this and wants to get this done as quickly as possible. Having that wave actually crash into the bot side.
Yeah, so he is able to take down a tower to get a little bit of it back. So that is at least one positive from him, or from his team. So, you know, that's 2 fights in a row. We talked about how far ahead Doms was. They were ahead about 5,000-ish gold. But you also saw they had, I think, 2 or 3 players with shutdowns, and they all got him in that one fight. And it went from about a 4,000 gold differential to even. It's 50.8k for both teams right now.
Yeah, it's starting to become where it's starting to even out. From looks of it, both teams are starting to try now for more of a late game. Nate does have the advantage right there alongside with Cho'Gath and Xin Zhao. But coming from the TCOC, we have the ADC. Kane's starting to pop out rather well. Shin's actually starting to become a little bit more tankier, so that's going to be becoming quite an issue for them.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah, how they deal with the Kane is, I think, how the rest of the game is going to go. And I mean, Jinx is only going to get stronger at this point. He's like, Fromibers has only died 3 times in this game, and no matter how much they try, they just cannot get onto the Jinx. They have just this massive Kane in their face, doing all sorts of damage, taking all sorts of damage, allowing his AD carry on the backside to just wreak havoc, to just kind of freely auto the other team, and that's not what you want.
Not at all. The backside is where it's a little bit more vulnerable, and if your ADC is pretty much getting called out by practically an assassin, it's not going to end well, because then you're going to get flanked from both sides.
Yeah. So, you know, how to deal with it is a very tough one. I mean, you have a decent peel from Steria and JOP. You have decent peel for your Jhin right now, and your Jhin and your Ryze, but, you know, it's a tough one. It's a tough one right now, because when the diver is so far ahead and just can take so much, he's got what 3,000 health right now. Let's look. Yeah, 2,900 health right now. Almost basically 3,000 health on a Kane. You know, that's kind of nuts. And you know, he also has got a level lead over his opponent. So in a smite fight, you know, you don't want a 50-50 anything if you're the red squad.
Now, the one thing that does surprise me when it comes to the building is the Cho'Gath with the Frostfire. Like, that's actually pretty smart coming, you know, to fight off.
Meanwhile, here comes the knock-up onto JOP. The Jindo's coming to come over the top, but JOP is stunned up. The Lander's going to get taken out by the jungler, so JOP's kind of left all to his lonesome. He is under tower. The Terracote's going to come through, and Kaiba is unstoppable. Zanzan's on the back line, but that's a nice... Oh, that's a good knock-up onto Diamondback, but Kaiba is still on the back line. It seems like he just doesn't die. But, you know, Klug is going to take down... the enemy support, but it's a 2 for 1. Make that a 3 for 1. And Kaiba is looking for more. I don't think he's lost any health this fight. He's just recovered so much of it with the Conqueror, and that is a triple kill. Is that a quadra kill for him? I believe so. Oh no, the Jinx got it, but still, you know, absolutely absurd fight there from Kaiba. He's healing so much. He was the first one to go into the fight. He had like 400 HP and ended the fight full health, basically. You know, it's ridiculous how much healing these items do. You know, the Gore Drinker, man. The Gore Drinker, the Death Stance, the Conqueror. Oh my goodness gracious. It's like, you gotta kind of feel for Doms here, man.
Yeah, that... Usually, I think, since... Yeah, I can't even fucking talk today. Okay. Ian is actually thinking of the exact same thing as little bit of what Jin and Cho'Gath are pretty much assuming, and that's pretty much getting Grievous rooms. Not sure how that would help, considering that Red Kane's healing capabilities are a little bit dumb.
Yeah. I mean, they do have the healing items on their squad, but it just seems like it's just not doing anything, you know. I mean, when the Kane when the jungler is the highest level in the game, that's unfortunate. You know, he's 3 levels up above his opponent in Euron, but Euron, sorry, I keep forgetting how to say his name, but you know, he's so far ahead. And now the Jinx is starting to pop too. Jinx did a lot of damage in that fight too. And I'm not gonna lie, a game like this is a dream for an AD carry. You have a diver who's taking up all the team's attention, and you can just free auto. All right, they're gonna get the taunt immediately on to JLP. He's gonna get knocked up, and he is really low already. Terracol coming over the top, and JLP is gonna get taken down. Embers is on a killing spree, and they are looking for more. That's a nice Everfrost to stun up 2 people, but Kaibalal is getting the Shin ult on top of him. And he's going to look to see if he can pick up Steria. That's a flash into a knock up into a stun, and that is another kill. Kaibalal is legendary. The team looks like they're going to turn here for the Drake. But yes, another fight won here. I mean, if you're Doms, it's looking kind of dire.
Mm-hmm.
Dylan Ortenzi is very disappointed right now. He's very sad, man.
I mean, both sides have been playing well. Laning phase, it did seem that on the red side it was pulling down as more of a lead, but after the few team fights, it's starting to become more of a, I guess, tilting tables, I guess, coming from how I want to put it out.
Yeah. JLP's trying to look for some, but he's not going to find it. I don't know if that's the fight you want to look for. Yeah, Galio's not there, and his ultimate's not up, but I mean, I think he can pretty much 1v5 your team at this point. So I think you want to try to pick literally anyone you can except the Kane. Maybe the Shin's a good pick. They're going to get the Flay. He's going to get the tower taken down. They're going to spend a lot to take down Zanzan, but take him down they will. They pick up another one there. Try to even out this goal, but right now it's sitting at nearly 7,000 gold difference here for the side of TCOC.
All right. So, giving you with a question of this perspective, coming from this far, how do you think that both teams are doing so far?
Well, you know, the game's kind of started out. Doms, they had that 4K gold lead at I want to say about the 20 to 25-ish minute mark, but the last 10-15 minutes, it has been all TCOC. It's been all Kaibalal. But, you know, there is still a way back into the game if you're Doms. You know, you can look to get an Elder Drake still, but you have to last for 4 minutes, you know. You got to you have to wave clear. You have to do the best you can to, you know, not lose the game. You don't have an inhibitor. You lost another inhibitor tower, so you have to kind of hold on for the next 4 minutes and hope that you can win this Elder fight or get an Elder steal. But I think if you don't get that, I think it's kind of game over. And that's kind of their only win con at this moment.
Yeah, so far currently everything. What I've been noticing recently with Doms is that they're grouping together, and that's just kind of a really bad way of doing it. I mean, of course, like, there's no other alternative, but at the exact same time, they need to back off and stop being so close together.
Yeah, but meanwhile, another fight's taken out. They might not even get to that Elder Drake. That's 2 ultimates come down. Kaibalal, they're trying to their best to cut it out, but JLP's just going to get caught once again. Embers is on a rampage. He picks up another kill. Steria is getting taken down really low. Flash comes in. A heal comes out. Kaibalal is just going to heal his way back up. And they're going to pick up another kill. They're going to pick up another inhibitor here. Let's look. What if they might go for the end? They do have a wave, so they could do it. They don't have the ults, though. So, you know, that's one thing. And their health bars are kind of low. So I think what they're doing is exactly right. They're looking at waves. They're looking at towers. They're saying, hey, let's just try our best to win the macro game. Oh, but Blue's going to get rooted here. I don't know if he'll be able to get out of this one. Yeah, there comes the stun, but they wanted to go back on him, and they got engaged on themselves. Kaibalal is legendary. That's another kill picked up for him. Sari is down. Urion is going to escape to the fountain. That's a double kill for Kaibalal. They're going to finish this last tower, and they are going to finish the game out here. Ladies and gentlemen, 2 coaches, 1 cup pick up their first win of the season over Doms.
That is definitely something else.
Mm-hmm. Something else indeed. Let's take a look here at the damage charts. No doubt in our minds, the money, Kaibalal, the richest man in the game. Checking out the damage here. Jinx doing 40k damage, just 1,000 below, the superstar carry. Literally Nate doing a lot of damage to himself, actually the most damage in the game. So he's doing kind of what we expected him to do, but it's just very hard to do. It's very hard to solo carry when there's a massive 18 kill Kane in your face the whole time. So
Yeah, that was definitely an onboard turned into a very one-sided way. The coming from where I'm looking at from the damage count itself, we got Kane already up there, and then we got Jinx come not even far behind. I would say probably less than 1,000. No, let me rephrase that: 1,000 away from Kane, to where we have Nate coming from their side to match that. The only unfortunate side was that Nate was the only one that was pretty much bringing down that damage, and Jin was not having that damage coming from.
Yeah, for sure. I'm making up the straw poll here. I'll have it for you guys in just a second. Somebody saw it and said it in the chat, and we kind of talked about it. Ease of execution is the name of the game here in the PMALCS, and their comp was very easy to execute. There was so much wombo potential, and the fights, they were able to last so long. Thanks to the Taric ult, thanks to the Galio ult, thanks to the Kane ult. It's one of those things. You can kite out a Kane ult, you can kite out a Taric ult, you can kite out a Galio ult, but can you do all 3? I don't know. Yeah. Anyways, still a fantastic game. Here is the straw poll in the chat, popping it in there right now. So go ahead and go vote for that real quick. I mean, the MVP voting, to me, is kind of straightforward. But honestly, if you look past just like the Kane just popping off, Diamondback had a lot of really well-placed ultimates, well-timed ultimates, and his kill participation was really far up there. He had 30 out of 34 kills he participated in, so you can take it however you want. It might not be as straightforward as we think, but I'm still voting for Kaiba as MVP.
I mean, I as much as I vote for Kaiba, I think I would almost want to either put for either Blue or Diamondback. I know with Tarik's ult, you have to time it just right, or otherwise it can go really sour really fast. Along with his ult, because Tarik's ult's like a 3 or 5 second, if I'm right about it.
Yeah, I believe it's I think it's 2 to 3 seconds. Yeah, I think so. Obviously it scales with levels, but so the straw poll's in there. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
And then coming with Blue, even though that he was getting pretty outclassed by Nate and him getting shredded, we seen that late game he was definitely doing the taunts, he was giving that stun, he was giving all of that advantage and CC just for his peel.
Yeah, and who is it? Yeah, DHX says Diamondback set up the 4-man stun that won the blue team fight that got them the Baron and turned the game. Yeah, that was absolutely true. The 4-man stun there in the river, in the entrance to the river on the top side there. 4-man stun into 4-man taunt into multi-man knockup. It was, yeah, you're right. You can think of that as the MVP moment. But ladies and gentlemen, go ahead and go vote really quick. We're going to take here a 2 to 3 minute break before we get back into it. Game 1 goes to 2 coaches, 1 cup. We'll be back with game number 2 here in just a minute.
Give me just a hot second, because I want to take a quick piss.
Like a Hellcat.
Keep it up, guys. Doing great.
Like a Hellcat.
I don't wanna be the last one standing. Everybody has a love they need. All the people wanna try and get me, but it only ever lasts one.
Week number 4. Week number 4. No. I would have to say, like, covering both sets, it played it very well. TCOC has definitely um had the lane advantage. There we go. Brain's not even working today. Sorry about that. But TCOC definitely had more of the like team fight advantage, while Doms had the lane advantage. But the only like shortcoming of Doms was that they started like group around them, and it was just becoming a mess. Mm. Mm. Yeah. Oh.
I got much, much worse.
Whew. I'm guessing after that fight, they did not want any of that.
Hello? Hello? Oh my gosh. My microphone setting was picking up a microphone that wasn't there. What the heck? That's odd. Anyways, so we can see the Ord coming through on the top side. My bad. We see the Ord coming through on the top side. Um, So we got an Ornn Volibear matchup. We're gonna see here. The final pick is gonna be for literally Nate here in the mid lane.
All right.
Ooh, and a Kali coming through. It was a very spicy pick for literally Nate with the assassin. Oh no. Oh man. Well, I was excited about a Kali, then I wasn't.
I smell spice with everything nice.
Yeah, somebody put the prediction up there. It says JJ Bell. We gotta predict. So checking out these team comps. I gotta let them know we're ready. Checking out these team comps right off the bat. Let's see. So TCOC in the top lane, they got Volibear, and then Gwen with Vygar mid, and Jinx Leon in the bot lane. Whereas Doms, they got the Ornn, J4, Akali, and Kai'Sa Taric bot lane. Now, both of these teams have really good team fight, I think. They have very obvious execution, obvious engage. You know, you have Leona. You can pair that with the Vygar cage into the Volibear stuns. You know, you have all the stuff you can do with that. And then Doms, you know, 3 of their 4 members have a really good form of hard CC. So I like both team comps in terms of ease of execution, in terms of playmaking abilities, and you know, it's just I really do like both team comps a lot. What do you think?
The weak fear the shadows.
Fear controls them.
Actually, pretty well endowed. What I'm really gonna be excited for is the team fights. The team fights are probably gonna be what I want to see the most, especially the J4 engage with the Tarek. That is what I'm actually probably excited to actually wind up seeing. Now on the TCOC, we have Vygar with the baby cage, Volibear with the engage, and Leona with the amount of stuns. Like, that's between the two. I'm definitely excited to see how well this is going.
Yeah, you know, based off the last game, you know, Kaiba's not gonna have. I mean, Gwen has been, you know, quietly popping off in games. You know, a lot of people still don't really know the best way to play around her just yet. And so a lot of times it's really funny. You'll see a Gwen player just absolutely run it down, or a Gwen player just absolutely pop off. And, you know, Kaiba is a player, as we just saw, who has the ability to just pop off in his games. So I'm looking for him to see if he can try to do that once again. You know, they've got the late game from Jinx. They got the late game from Vygar. So they've got that down. And then, you know, so if this game goes very, very late, we could see it go to them. You know, you have infinite scaling for Vygar. But you also have Kai'Sa and Ornn on the other side. I mean, Ornn can literally give you better items, you know, so that is also a very good form of scaling.
I'm just happy to see the Ornn players, because that brings a warm feeling in my heart, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah, so, but one thing that's kind of worrisome, though, Doms pulls out the Akali, and then immediate pickup on the Vygar. So, you know, that feels so bad if you're Akali. You know, Akali's all about mobility, and Vygar just doesn't allow that. He doesn't allow any of that stuff to happen. So you're going to have to see literally Nate really try to play around those cages, really see if he can, you know, abuse those cooldowns, especially really early on.
All right, so coming from, you know, looking from both teams, which lane do you think would have the slight advantage of the other?
Let's see, I'm gonna run it top to bottom. So top side, I think that the Ornn is actually gonna have it here. I think JLP showed on the last game that he's got a little bit of an advantage over his lane opponent here. Then again, he was playing Cho'Gath and Jhin, so you know, there is that. But I mean, I think Ornn is just a champ that just absolutely slaps in the right hands. And I think JLP is a very solid tank player in this lower division. Running down into the jungle, I honestly think once again it's going to come down who can have more successful, you know, who can have more successful ganks and objective control early on in the game. In the mid lane, you know, I would just immediately give it to Nate. However, you know, Akali and Vygar is not the best in the world.
Baby cage.
Yeah, exactly. Baby cage is going to make your life miserable. But so I don't know. That could go either way. And then Kai'Sa Taric, Leona, Jinx. You know, those are both very similar lanes. Honestly, you have a hyper scaling AD carry, and then a hard engage support. So you know, I don't really see much of advantage for either of those. Jinx is very strong right now, but Kai'Sa has, if Kai'Sa can get the Jinx kind of in a one-on-one situation, Kai'Sa generally tends to win out on those if she gets isolated Qs off.
Right.
But yeah,
I would have to give it more of the Jinx Leona than would be Kai'Sa Tari. I know you want to. I know you're probably going to have like a different opinion. We all have opinions. But we're coming from where Jinx with the base damage versus Kai'Sa with having to hit that fourth or fifth shot, if I'm right about it, for
yeah,
that
the plasma stacks, yeah.
activity. Yeah.
Yeah. So Kai'Sa, basically what you're saying is Kai'Sa is going to do better, is going to try to do better in long trades. I think once the Terra Cult comes through, that they'll be able to win fights, even if Kai'Sa gets engaged on by the Leon and Tetris pops the ult, and then Kai'Sa can live just long enough to get out. But honestly, I really like both team comps. In the chat, let us know what you people think. We got some predictions coming through. Biscuit Hat says, this is going to be huge. Let's go. 2 coaches, 1 cup. And JJ Bell says he's all in on Doms. Let's go. And then Eggs is like, I'm half in on Doms. That's lame. But yeah, folks, we are here in game number 2 coming up in just a minute. If you were not here for game number 1, TCOC were able to take that and take actually their first win of the whole season off the backs of some insane jungle and support play from Diamondback and from Kai Bilal. Gonna look to see if they can pick up another one here and get the 2-0 week over Doms. But final. So we got about 50 seconds left. Who's gonna win? Throwing it at you right now, Brendan. Who's gonna win?
I'd almost say, Orin Singh. Like, I'm addicted with Orin, so even though I love Viker, but Orin has my heart.
Yeah, I got you. Hey, do a favor for me real quick. Disconnect from the channel and then reconnect. I'm going to do the same. You're kind of lagging in and out a little bit, and I wonder if that might fix it. In the Discord, that is.
All right. Hello?
Hello. We'll see if that works. Yeah, it was like really good, and then it was not, and then it was good, and then it was not. I don't know. Yeah. So it looks like we are about to get here into the game, really soon. Here in the loading screens. So I'm sorry. What was your? You said Ornn. You think just because they have Ornn, they're gonna win?
Listen, apart from his kit and everything, you also have to include the fact that he is able to upgrade items. I mean, Vigo and Jinx can scale uncontrollably, but when you upgrade items with an Ornn, it
Make
just
sure you
tends
pause
to
at
be
10.
a really bad time.
All right, and we are paused at 10. Let me know when you're there. You good to go? Hello?
Wait, can you hear me?
Yeah, there you go. I hear
Hello?
you. Hello. Hi.
Alrighty, ready whenever you are.
All right, on go. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, people. We are here in game number 2 of TCOC versus the Dylan Ortenzi Memorial Stadium. Lots of pings coming down to the bot side. Looks like we might see a 5-stack bush. They're gonna probably look to see if there is some sort of age. Yeah, they're stacking this bush right here. Thinking there might be an invade, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen, which I'm sad because we've gone 2 games and we've had no invades.
Where's Blue? Oh, there he is.
Yeah. He went to go drop a ward and he's gonna sweep it, and he's gonna grab a sweeper and come back. But it looks like Blue 17 was a little bit late getting into the game, so yeah. Actually, this is the strat that both teams did last game as well. They both did. What? Why is my frames lagging again? I'm gonna see if I can figure out what the heck's going on here, guys. For some reason, my frames are lagging in OBS, but I my thing is not being overloaded. My graphics card's not being overloaded.
Weird.
Yeah. Like my graphics card is like operating at like 20%. Whatever. Anyways, back to the game we go. Okay, yeah, it looks better. All right. So pretty standard start. As I was saying from the last time, both DOMS and TCOC, they did the exact same thing. TCOC went for a standard 5-point, whereas DOMS went for a 5-stack bush on the bot side. So kind of unsurprising to see them both in the same thing.
Oh, Aaron's coming around.
Huh?
Oh, we seen some.
Yeah, some invade action coming in here from Urion. Trying to get up in his opponent's face. It's not really going to happen, so he's going to lose a lot of time here. You try to get an invade. So he's trying to get some camps here, but he's going to be really far behind. He's already a full camp behind. About to be 2 camps behind here. But meanwhile, on the top side, JLP is just going in on the Zanzan. Ooh, Embers is very narrowly able to escape the stun there from the Taric.
God.
Yeah, Zanzan once again looking to engage on JLP. Not quite sure that's what he wants to do. Yeah, so Zanzan looks like he's proccing his shields, and then he's just trying to engage, get a little bit of a trade-off. But I mean, once the shield's gone, JLP just returns it right back to him, and already he's having to burn his pots.
So far, coming from the looks of it, looks like topside's starting to see more of the action, which I'm guessing that seemed to be the case because I know last game it definitely was a brawl fest.
Yeah,
Sure.
they're definitely brawling, and look at the jungle difference already. A full camp ahead is Kaibalal, but the HP difference, if they both look to try to, you know, contest on the scuttle at the same time, you're gonna want to give the edge to Urion here, even though he's got a level disadvantage. The health is just not quite there, but he's not gonna actually go for the scuttle. He's gonna actually elect to take a back here, but Urion doesn't know that. He's gonna look to go to the bot scuttle. Oh man, that's one of those things that just feels so bad. Oh man. Back on the top side,
Right.
Zanzan and Real JLP go into another scrap. Zanzan's going to get a little bit of a shield, so he's going to win out on this trade just slightly. Oh, JLP's really low. The flash comes in from Zanzan. The Grandmaster Slayer is not going to take JLP down, though, but he is going to force him back under his tower and just absolutely asserting his dominance, but he did burn the flash in the process. Oh, but JLP goes back in onto Zanzan, gets the knockup. One more, I was going to do it, and bonk, there goes first blood for JLP.
I have to say, that was a very close call coming from both sides. Like, both wanted the gold, they wanted the kill.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, within, you know, Valley's case, Orange just, you know, takes up the lead.
Yeah, so that was just unfortunate. JLP, you know, he had the advantage in the first side, but he decided to walk back up just a little bit too far. And then JLP is able to just take him down. But one thing I want to highlight that's so unfortunate, Zanzan electing to walk halfway and then TP to lane. But Urion, he assumed the Gwen was on, here in the mid lane, later on the baby cage, but we see a gank coming in on the bot side. Stereo was wanting to back, but he says, no, sir, and that's a good stun on the Diamondback. He does have his flash available, so he should be able to get away from this one. There comes the knockup. Diamondback is forced to flash away, but the stun comes in onto Urion. That's a little bit of damage back. Klushtiger taking Diamond really low, so both flashes and the heal burned for the bot side. But anyways, what I was saying, that top scuttle is still up. I'm pretty sure both junglers just assumed that the other one took it. But Kaibalal is about to show up and just figure out real soon that wait, what? It's still here. Oh man.
Now with Nate with his ultimates, of course, there could be a chance in which he can kill Flyguard, especially with that. Oh,
yeah,
that's
here in the
a
mid lane.
blade.
Oh, he's gonna get the cage onto two. Urion's taking really lows, but literally Nate's gonna take him down. He's gonna get out from under the tower on the top side. Another fight is going out. That was a very good dive coming in through. But on the bot side, Diamond's gonna look to go in. He's gonna get the stun down onto Klug, and the Klug is forced to flash away. He's got his Q. He's looking to go a little bit further. I don't know about that one. One more auto and a W's gonna take down Diamond, but he gets the auto back in. What is going on? Embers takes out Glug, but that was
The spies.
oh no, it's a disaster. Oh my gosh. And the bot side from Embers picks up a double kill. That was something.
That was listen, that's a spice if I ever seen one.
That's one way to put it. Spice, yeah. But just taking a look around the map, the gold difference is once again in favor of TCOC. We see Kabal on the top side. There is a flash available for JLP, so he's able to get out of this one. They're gonna burn his flash, probably return back here in a minute. But the dragon is up, and we do see Dom's jungler Urion. He is pathing towards that Drake. But Kabal is back once again. He's looking to see if he can get even more done here. But we see the J4 going in onto the Drake. He's not gonna have any support. His bot lane is not quite back to lane yet. So if the other team bot walks up, he might. Oh wait, I got it backwards. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Forget what I said. I read the minimap wrong, guys. I'm sorry. I thought Dom's was on the other side of the map. Anyways,
To help now this time.
there we go. Let's get the first Drake of the game.
Skeptical.
Ay.
I was a little skeptical about that because with J4 not having an actual like healing capabilities, I thought Dragon was actually gonna off him.
Yeah. But he's able to go in and he's looking for an invade on the blue, but they know he's there. He's going to get stunned right here. All right, and then the E's going to come through in just a second. He's going to get the flash to get away. Diamondback's going to get the root on him just briefly. Root into stun. Urion's taking really low, but the rest of the squad has shown up. Diamondback is looked like he had bitten more off than he can chew, and he goes right down. Necessary is going to follow right behind him. They're looking to go into literally Nate. Oh, but he's going to take down Kybalaw in the process. It's a 2-for-1 so far, and that is going to be the fight in favor of Doms.
The call was pretty well done. J4 should have like stayed on longer than he should have, but I mean it did work out into his advantage.
Yeah, it's one of those results-based analysis things, people. But they were able to secure the Drake in the process, and literally Nate now has 2 kills to his name. He's a pretty rich man. He's got 3K gold. He's about 500 gold ahead of about 200 gold ahead of his opponent right now, who just picked up a plate. So, you know, he's feeling pretty good.
Hey, Brandon. Justin wants to know what that stream is.
Hey, Brandon, tell Justin what the stream is. But back on the top side, Zan's looking at JLP once again. He is a level down, so this might not be the best fight. Yeah, he's lost about half his HP. The shield coming through, and the ultimate comes down onto JLP, whereas JLP's gonna also use his ultimate. Oh, this is gonna miss the horn, but the flash is gonna negate it anyways. Urion's back here. JLP's gonna probably survive this one, and Zang is taken down. Meanwhile, on the lower side of the river, Kybalaw is looking to try to get away with that wind wall-ish ability, but he's gonna also get taken down. And literally Nate is on an early killing spree. About 10 minutes of the game, he is 3-0-1.
Alright, 2-0 for blue. So that was pretty well done right there. The gank, and then like Kali wound up coming back over there for, you know, the extra damage.
Yeah, for sure. So just taking a look at the gold differentials across the map. Doms is in favor here. Oh, that was Hex Flash. Okay. All right, but that is a level disadvantage there for Steria, so I don't know if we want that. Embers is going to actually get a lot of damage down, so Klug is probably going to be able to escape here. Oh, but that is a nice root from Diamondback, and Embers is on a killing spree. The bot lane here from TCOC is absolutely styling on Doms here this same around. But anyways, we see the TCOC bot lane pushing in this tower. Probably going to pick up a plate, maybe 2, and then they're going to look to back. Because, yeah, 1900 gold. This Embers is a fed Jinx right now. He'll be able to back probably and pick up his item. Yeah, he will be able to pick up his first item on this back. So, you know, that feels really nice for an AD carry to get your first item this early in the game. But just across the board, you know, the win cons for both squads. You have the mid laner for Doms. You have the ADC right now for TCOC. But really, JOP also on the top side. We cannot forget about him. He is going to look.
Especially the level.
Yeah, the level
Okay,
differential. Zanzan does not have flash, and Urion is back around. He's gonna get locked up into the. Oh, JOP, you can't go through that, buddy. But they're gonna pick up the kill on Zanzan anyways.
Yeah,
Wait.
he has to be an enemy of the destroyer thing. Even by then, he wasn't close.
I thought Embers had lagged out. He was just waiting on money. Okay. He was kind of standing there for a second. I thought we were about to get a pause, but he was just waiting on a couple gold. But yeah, back on the top side, you know, Zanzan getting taken down once again, this time by the jungler. And JOP is absolutely steamrolling in this top side. But here comes Blue on the top side. He's going to land the stun on a JOP. But JOP should be fine as long as he doesn't, you know, get locked up under tower. As a big tanky boy, you can just walk right out.
Now, I'm not saying that he probably can, but he can possibly, you know, kill Viger. Hands down.
Maybe, but you know, the safer play, just take your victory, take the back. The dragon's coming up. You know, you want everybody there. Even though he does have his TP, he wants to use it to get back to lane as opposed to join a fight. But with Zanzan's TP available, we could look to see this become a 5v5. But I mean, Kaibalal is a little bit slow in the response. Yeah, this Drake is going to go right on over. So just the tempo advantages, the timing advantages that Doms have created for themselves net them a Drake this early in the game. A second Drake, rather. Oh, we do see a TP coming back top. Zanzan might be caught out a little bit here. See if he wants to go in on that. And it looks like he will. He does have the level advantage. He does have his ultimate available. All right, he does get the knock up, and he's going to get the brittle on him. Very nicely done. So riveting commentating up. Oh, it is going to be able to land the knock up there with the ultimate. They're just whacking each other. Oh, the Volibear knockup comes through, and who can heal more? The JLP flashes away. Oh, man. He's going to be able to dodge it, but I don't think he's going to get it. The Zanzan's going to shut him down. So that feels really bad. JLP just TP'd the lane, and he died and gave a reverse shutdown. So that's what you don't want right there. Literally, Nate's looking for Blue. He's going to have to flash him away immediately. The Blast Cone's going to get him out of dodge, but it looks like they could look to dive him under tower, potentially. No, they're going to refrain from it since the combo from Urion was just spin. But yeah, on the top side, we cannot understate how much JOP just lost there, you know. On the top side, you know.
We've seen a 3-on-3 that
yeah, and the bot side, we see the Terracult coming through. Diamondback's going to get taken down. Urion's there, but here comes the TP from Blue 17. The baby cage is going to land on a Klug. He dashed right into it. Oh, no. That's unfortunate. Urion's going to get taken down. It is a double kill from Embers, and he is absolutely way far ahead. Stereo also flashes away just to make sure he lives. But yeah, Zanzan got a lot on the top side there. Remember, he was down almost 1k gold, and he's now ahead 200 gold. So that's what happens with shutdowns and waves, ladies and gentlemen.
Now, with that team fight coming down from bot lane, I would say that, like, you know, even with the Tark, like, you know, everything was starting to side with them, and then after the TP coming from Fireguard and then the baby cage, it just became a twist of events.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, with the baby cage, the Kaisa ulting into the baby cage. I'm not gonna lie, I've done things like that before in my lifetime too. I've ulted into Jinx traps, baby cages, you name it, Caitlyn traps. I've done it. So I've been there as well. So I just kind of feel for the man. But in the end, you know, TCOC were able to win that fight. They're about 1.2k gold here. Feeling pretty good, especially with, you know, all this money, 6,200 gold on the Jinx. He's got the most gold in the game by about 700, 800 it looks like. So they're feeling good.
Coming in, trying to see if he can't make a play or two within.
Yeah. These wet noodle fights on the top side are riveting. Oh, literally Nate's caught up by the baby cage, but Blue's going to get engaged on by Urion. He's going to come through. He's going to get the EQ combo. Literally Nate is on a rampage. So we talked about the scary win con from TCOC. The scary win con from Doms is equally scary. JOP is not going to be able to land up the knock up on Zanzan. And Zanzan's going to be able to run away from that one. Honestly, probably kind of pretty lucky from JOP because Kaiba was sitting waiting in the wings.
Oh, wait, we're seeing Orin doing, like, you know, Orin things.
Yeah, just doing Orin things, you know. So
But,
Zanzan,
like, you know,
Zanzan with the CS lead this time around, you know, able to kind of recover from the rough start that he had, and also the game one level, the game one early game. But so very nicely done from him, and he's kind of done it without jungler's help for real. You know, so very nicely done for him. The next Drake is coming up in just about a minute, so look to see both teams kind of set their waves up, set their vision up in that dragon pit to see if they can, you know, get this next Drake. Remember, Doms has a 2-dragon advantage, so TCOC really need to get in here and see if they can stop this dragon stacking.
all right, let's see.
Yeah, speaking of the dragon stacking, it's looked like they're going to try to do that, or they're just going to try to prevent that right now. Diamondback's looking for that ward, but it's not going to be super free. He's going to take a little bit of damage from it, but they do have the inlet. They're going to sit on this bush on a control ward. You know, if you're Doms, it might not be the worst idea to just kind of just give this one. You may be able to go top side, get a Rift Herald, get a tower. JOP's going to look like he's going to get a kill. He's going to catch Zanzan out just a little bit, and he's going to knock him airborne, but he's going to be able to force the ult out from Zanzan, so that's an absolute huge cooldown, you know, that's going to be missing for the next few minutes, especially if a fight breaks out. He might not be able to TP to it, whereas JOP's got his TP waiting, ready to go. We see him sitting a little bit back further in the lane, waiting to see if he needs to TP into this fight.
You got both teams coming down from bot lane, trying to, you know, start out a dragon.
Yep, and here
Looks
comes
like-
the TP from JOP. The Zanzan's TP is a little bit behind. They need to go right now if they want to win this fight. But Zanzan, oh, what a nice baby cage into a 2-man stun. Blue is slaying Urion, but Zanzan is already really low. The Ornal's not going to land on anybody, and it's a shutdown onto the Jinx for literally Nate. But that is a double kill right here for Blue 17. It's a 3-for-2 so far, or 3-for-1 rather so far. And Kaibalal is looking for a clue. He's not going to find him here, and they're going to get a 3-for-1 and the Drake. Yeah, so
I'm not gonna lie, that team fight was something else. After that baby cage, it started becoming a really bad time. Oh, now we got seeing Nate and Craig trying to, you know, poke them out and try to get that dragon through.
yeah, so they're still trying to contest this Drake. Zanzan is real low. Literally, Nate's trying to look for kills. They're not gonna. They really don't really need to try for this because, you know, there's not much to lose because they still have the dragon lead. But, you know, that fight was let off with the baby cage there from the Vigar. He was able to land a beautifully placed cage to lock up 2 people. Then the Leona ult came over top, and they were just not able to do anything. One positive, though, that did come out of it. Literally, Nate was able to get the shutdown from the Jinx, and he is now the richest man in the game. So that Akali is absolutely huge. And if he can get onto the back line, if he can get onto the Vigar, onto the Jinx, fights are going to go differently. All right, and so the next objective that's coming up on the map is going to be that Rift Herald on the top side. Yeah, so both top laners have used their TP here. So the advantage you'd like to see there is for JOP because he can just walk back and just hit his little blacksmith hammer and get some more items if he needs them. Whereas Zanzan has to go all the way back to the tower. But another wet noodle fight coming out from the top side from these 2 tanks in the top side. But we got some pings coming in from Kaibalal. He looks to want to join this fight. If JOP steps up, he could be in a little bit of trouble. Diamondback was caught there on his back, and he will get taken down here for sure. Yeah, he's going to get taken out here. They're looking to try to donate the kill. Yeah, they're going to donate the kill there over to Klug. But on the top side, JOP is looking to get towered over here. They're going to take the tower down. And he's going to knock both of them up, but he's just going to get absolutely shredded by those scissors. And so we got a 1-for-1 trade across the map with the turret. going over there to TCOC. And that was the first turret as well. Nope, second turret. Following is down.
Dom's going now, forcing their hand onto second-tier turrets, while TCOC's having their first-tier turrets still holding on.
Yeah, this is kind of a flip from the last game. You know, last game we talked about the huge CS and turret advantage. Oh no, literally, Nate, you can't eat through a baby cage. He's gonna get caught up. But the miss might keep him alive for now. He's gonna flash the Kaiba wall. He's gonna flash Kaiba's flash as well, so he's gonna be able to get out. But ooh, that was a close one. But as I was saying, it was kind of a flip from the last game, where in the last game it was a really big early advantage for Doms, but TCOC were able to flip it on a team fight. And this was exactly the opposite. The tower advantage 3-0 in favor of, you know, TCOC. And they have full total map control over this one.
For sure.
All right, so this next Drake, we got the Dragon coming up in 1:45. Both teams, we're gonna want to look to see if they can both push out their lanes. Obviously, it's gonna be a lot easier if you're TCOC, but they're gonna want to look to push out their lanes and really get some advantages in that department, so they can get some vision control in the opponent's jungle, so they can maybe set up a pick before the Drake comes up. Doms is sitting on a 1 Dragon advantage here, so that could bode well for them. Give me 1 second, guys.
Ready.
All right, cool. Back in. All right. Sorry about that. Had to fix something on the side here.
All right.
Yeah,
now it looks like, you know, Blue's just, you know, out alone, which can be like, you know, a little bit of a dangerous setting, even with, you know, Jinx and Gwen like a little bit close to him, because anything can pretty much happen.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here.
Yeah, we do look to see. We see literally Nate. He just took his back. Probably going to be pathing towards the Drake here. I wish that they would have sent JLP top side, because he does have his, you know, he does have the TP available for this Drake that's coming up here in the next 28 seconds. But they elected to push him bot side, so he could collect this wave. And it looks like they might try to. They had the team a little bit split right now. You know, JLP's kind of by himself, so they got to join up really fast before the rest of the squad gets engaged on. But it looks like Urion's going to go. He finds Kaiba, but Gwen is immune to a lot of stuff. All right, that's a nice baby cage is going to land right there on the Klugschreiber, and he is going to be absolutely blown up and shut down right there. But literally Nate is dominating, and he's going to take down the enemy AD carry as well. But the TP's coming in from Zanzan right now. Kaiba is on a killing spree. Diamondback, the Zenith Blade is going to whiff, but here comes the unstoppable over the top. Literally Nate is still trying to see if he can find something on Blue, but he just cannot get past the meatball that is Zanzan. But the real JP is getting chased down by Kaiba here. He's going to follow him under tower. See if he can get the knock up under tower. Kaiba's going to get taken down right there. So in the end, on the backside of the fight, Dom's gonna, yeah, they're still chasing. Both teams trying to just chase each other down here. Yeah.
Right now it comes down to a 4-for-4, if I'm right. Yeah,
it ended up being something like that. It was so extended. Oh, here comes the Jinx rocket. Is it gonna land? Oh, close. It did not land on the Ornn. He got the back just in time. But yeah, the baby cages, we talked about him in the early game. Klug got locked up by one. I don't think he even landed in auto. Like, he got QR'd and he was just gone. And JLP is going to be able to TP back into this fight. And so automatically, we've got ourselves a 4-for-5 right now. But literally, Nate's not there. And it looks like it could end up being a 5v5. But they're going to be able to take the Drake they need to leave right now. JLP's caught in the baby cage, but he's really tanky. They're probably going to be able to catch him out here while the rest of the squad gets away. Oh, wow. They're not able to land the Zenith Blade, so they will just walk in, grab the Drake, and walk straight out. So it feels like that last fight was kind of for nothing.
What should have happened was Zenzen should have probably back to at least recover health, so that way, you know, if something is like, you know, they're trying to take Dragon again, Zenzen would have the health, and then they would count him as like as a threat.
Yeah, I think
Unfortunately, Zenzen was only like 1/4 of the health, and with Orin and everyone else resetting and all of them all healthy, it was just going to be
yeah.
not a fun time
I think
at all.
the unfortunate thing that happened was when JLP died, or when JLP backed, he had his TP to get right back into the fight. Zanzen really couldn't do that. He didn't have his TP available, so he couldn't really back in to come back. And that's kind of what we talked about, TP usage. He TP'd to the fight, to the original fight. So you know, he wasn't able to use it on the backside there. So he was, like you said, that was kind of the deciding factor. You know, your tank doesn't have a lot of health, so you can't really fight. But Kaiba's gonna look for literally Nate here. They're gonna land a little bit of slow on him, but Nate is going to be able to land the R out, and he's gonna get the second R to get away. Oh, but that's a nice. Oh, you can't go over the. Oh man. The baby cage once again coming in from blue 17, just absolutely being a menace to the team. They're going to look, since the enemy jungler is dead, they're going to look for this Baron, the first Baron at 27 minutes. This is kind of sketchy, I'm not gonna lie, because your AD carries on the bot side of the map. Here comes the Terracope over the top. The Ord ult is going to knock up 3, and I think they might win this fight. They don't have their AD carry. Kluger is going to take down 1. He's going to, and then Ord's going to take down Zanzan. Diamondbacks once also going to be taken down. They are going to secure the Baron, but Kaiba is also gone. That is a 4-for-1, and they need to back immediately because they see the Jinx pushing in, but they win the fight, but lose for Baron, and it looks like probably 2 towers here.
Meanwhile, Jinx is taking full advantage of that Baron. So
Yeah.
they pushed right to the.
Yeah, so Jinx wasn't at that fight, so she was not able to contribute really. So they did manage to wipe everyone at the Baron. So, you know, honestly, if you're TCOC, you grab 2 towers and a Baron. So I don't know, kind of advantages for both squads, I guess. But they were able to get a couple shutdowns, and the gold has seemed to even out just ever so slightly in the favor now of, but it's still in the favor of TCOC. But Dom's certainly not out of it.
Right. TCOC needs to do now is pretty much protect Jinx with at least the Baron, because her already having that push damage is already bad enough, and with that Baron, it's definitely going to be looking out to at least being able to at least push out another lane, given.
Yeah, and if you're Dobbs, your win condition, you've stacked 3 Drakes, man. Your win condition right now is to pick up that next dragon. That's what you're looking to do. That's what you're looking to try to see if you can get done. But it's going to be a tall task. You're going to have to look for a disadvantaged fight. You're going to have to look see if you can get literally Nate on the back line, because he's way ahead of everybody else with 12k gold. You know, he's 1,000 gold ahead of anybody else in the game right now. He is so far ahead. He's really strong. He's really fed. So if you can get a catch or 2 right before the Drake, then it'll be free. And I think they might be in the driver's seat. But we do see the vision game coming in really good from TCOC, trying to set up for this Drake a little bit in advance, but looks like they're just kind of give that priority up to go. Elect to go see if they can push the mid lane out.
Right. Zanzan looking to be pushing the bot side. Looks like others are starting to notice what Zanzan's trying to do.
Yeah, they look to rotate down here, and they're gonna. And Zanzan actually stayed. I think they spotted him on the ward. They spotted the team on the ward leaving, so we look like we might have a bigger fight breaking out in the river. See what direct to camera wants us to do. Direct to camera. Can we go there? There we are. All right. I don't care about this meatball fight in the bot lane.
It's always the meatball fight. It's a clown.
Dude, it's JOP and Zanzan, man. They are brawling. They are duking it out this game, man. The whole time. All right, we do see literally Nate already on the back line, and that he is already behind the baby cage, but Uriah gets taken down immediately by the baby cage into the ult, but literally Nate's still there. He's looking for embers, and he's going to be able to get onto it, but he flashes away. Good job from Diamondback for trying to peel him off. All right, but literally Nate is going to be taken very low, and he's going to be taken down here in just a second, and there he goes. It's overall a 3-for-0, making a 4-for-0, and JLP, all he can do is watch as his teammates just fall right in front of him. Oh, man. These fights are just so disjointed. It just kind of feels bad. No, the-
Looks like GOP winds up escaping from that, but overall, that Varga is now starting to become a very liable threat now.
yeah.
That, as he was talking from beforehand, that stacking is just starting to become noticed, but unfortunately, it was all too late.
Yeah. And also, very nicely done. JOP is probably going to get taken down right here. Yep. Very nicely done from the CC members of TCOC in that fight as well. Literally, Nate was able to get around the entire squad, able to navigate around the baby cage, but Diamondback and Blue, when his cage was back up, and Zanzan, they went immediately to the Akali and locked him down. But that's a very nice engage, but Clue Tiger's going to take down Diamondback immediately. He's also going to pick up the kill on Blue, but Blue's on a killing spree. That's a shutdown. That is probably, I think, a triple kill. Yep, triple kill, and he's going to look for Zanzan. Let's see if we can get it on the page here. And that is a quadra kill right here for Klug. Put it on the page, ladies and gentlemen. Their base is kind of in shambles right now, but, you know, they got a lot of shutdowns from it.
From TCOC, they wanted to, you know, get like one more inhib, but unfortunately, even after that inhib was placed, they started to pay the price for, you know, staying for too longer than what they should have.
Yeah, they stayed a little bit long, but the engaged right there, but like the attaching the Steric Stun onto the Jarvan was absolutely huge. They were able to lock up two or three members, and, you know, Klug was just able to free fire onto the back, and they're going to get their second tower of the game. The tower count is 7-1, and they're going to be able to pick up their second one here. And that mid tower is so important because the Baron that is coming up here pretty soon, the Baron that's coming up here really soon, you know, it's going to help out a lot for that.
Yeah, but no, I would be over my specs for Blue. He put that baby cage, and that probably helps that fight a little bit with how everything is done. Because even if, you know, targets was to be placed, like, you can't really ignore that stun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, very nice. You know, he kind of looks like you on those baby cages, you know. Reminds me of my mid laner. So yeah, we see the team starting to dance around the Baron. Zanzan with his teleport is going to be in the bot lane here, and it looks like they're going to back off. They're going to look to catch this mid wave, and they know that they're on it. They had Baron control, but they had to back up to just catch the Supers wave, and they are burning through this thing so fast with the Gwen, with the Jinx, and the rest of the team is just, the other squad's just too slow to get there. Urion goes in, but he's going to get taken down immediately. The Ornal's going to knock up too, but the baby cage is going to absolutely lock down the Akali. Literally, Nate's going to be able to get onto Embers, but he's going to get blown up by the Vigar ultimate. The Terracol's going to keep his teammates alive. Kaiba's going to get taken down by Clue. He is unstoppable, and he's free firing, but no, he's going to get taken down from the splash damage there from Embers. And Zanzan is still, he never joined the fight. They say, yeah, we don't need you. We got it. We're good. And he is still there, and they're going to look to potentially in this game. Blue has his he has his teleport, so he is just gonna see if he can slow down Steria's back with about 13-20 seconds. Oh, he's just gonna take him down and teleport to the base. Go, do it. Give CP. There it is. And the teleport's coming in, and that is gonna be game number 2. TCOC, after starting 0-4, they're gonna go with a 2-0 week over the Dylan Hortense Memorial Stadium.
That was definitely something. Blue actually, you know, coming through with the baby cages and, you know, starting to, you know, pop off after all the stacking.
Yeah.
Granted though, during like the early game, you know, Doms were actually starting to, you know, hit through everything. GOP, you know, fighting off and you know, showing his dominance, but unfortunately, you know, Volley has the tendency of, you know, stacking and beating a little bit more than what Orin can.
Yeah. Checking the damage charts here. Looking across the board. We see the Gwen with the most damage for the game. And then the Vigar, no surprise, right behind him. The later the game got, the more the Vigar just blew the Akali up. It felt so bad to be literally Nate on that one. but 2 coaches, 1 cup. They are able to pick up the nice, juicy 2-0 week over the Dylan Hortensi Memorial Stadium. I'm going to get the straw poll going in just a second. Let's see here. All right, so what do you think about that game?
I have to say, not gonna lie, I was expecting for Dom to pull out a win from this one, but this was somewhat expected, somewhat non-expected.
Yeah,
Because I'm not gonna lie, I was kind of like, kind of forgetting Vigo at times. But like as soon as he started showing his dominance, that's when everything started popping off.
yeah.
What happened, however, was the fact that J4 and Akali, both of them with not blinks, but jumps, as well as Akali, and I'm guessing those 3 tend to forget the baby cage, so that kind of stops everything from there.
Zan, the game ender. Zan, the game ender. There it is. That's the new one. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the straw poll is in the chat. Wait, what? What is it? It says Doms, my guys. What happened? I don't know what he's talking about. Whatever. What is he talking? I'm confused. Biscuit, you're confusing me. Anyways, so we got the MVP in the chat going. Honestly, I'm gonna give it to Blue for that one. His baby cages, like Akali could have been such a bigger menace than she was, but they pulled out the Akali, bam, immediate Veigar pick, and the Veigar baby cages were absolutely disgusting, and they stopped so many things in their tracks. Diamondback did also have a fantastic game, but for me, it was Blue able to just kind of keep his 80 carry alive, and just kind of just basically stop literally Nate in his tracks. Very nicely done from him. So who do you got as MVP?
I have to give it for Blue. He reminds me so much of myself, and the cages were spot on. That pretty much stopped a lot of, through the teams from Dom were trying to pull out.
Yeah. Oh, they're talking about the bets in the chat. So get your votes in. We're going to give it a couple more minutes. Let's go ahead and hop down. If you were the MVP, I think we had a tie MVP for
Capo took it.
I think it was tie. I think it was a tie, actually.
So, yeah, it was a tie. I'm like looking at it right now.
Yeah, I think it was a tie for that last game. But this game, it looks like it is going to be Diamondback. So if you guys could hop into player of the game 1 for us, so that would be Kaiba and Diamond. If you guys could jump into player of the game 1, we're going to ask you a couple questions, and then we are going to be out of here. All right, so we're waiting on the players. There is Diamond, right? What's up?
Not much, man. Happy to finally be on the board.
Dude, y'all got the dubs, man.
Nah.
Yeah, it feels good.
It feels good. Yeah. So while we're waiting on Adam.
Oh, he's here now.
Oh, there he is. Okay,
in.
cool.
Yeah.
So I was like Adam, like I was telling your captain here. You finally got dubs. You got the dubs, guys. They were really bad. They were great games. Honestly, the first game, you guys were down just a little bit, about 3 or 4K, but there was a fight there in the Dragon, where the team comp that we talked about really started to shine. So kind of walk us through your game 1 like draft and how you guys ended up picking the champions you did.
Yeah, I mean, I think we've been like going over draft the last couple of weeks, figuring out like a balance between what is meta and what is comfortable for us. And so I think we finally struck a balance that's like right in the middle. And ultimately, this might come off as BM, but I've known Adam for years, and he's a great player. I was surprised that I got to pick him, and his pool is deep. When we noticed people were starting to 5-ban Adam in games, we were sort of ready for that challenge, and it lets us really be flexible with the rest of our picks. So really just putting people on stuff that they're comfortable with and things that they want to play. And then just like changing, the way we were going into the games. Like we knew this was a tough matchup. Doms is a great team. They're put in the top of the power rankings, and we just drafted to play as a team, which is I think the easiest way to win in this league if you're playing S5. So
Yeah, exactly. So, and I've been trying to harp on teams to do this more, but like drafting, 1, draft comfort, 2, draft easy. Draft easy, engage, and that's exactly what you guys did. Somebody said it in chat. I think it might have been Egg Boy. It was just like their draft is draft if easy. But that fight, I remember the fight near the Baron pit where I think you got a multi-person stun, and then there was a multi-person Galio taunt and the multi-person Kane knock up. I was like, oh my gosh, that didn't stand a chance. And they had like a 6,000 gold lead too. So very nicely done.
Kudos to the coaches there. Obviously, we've got 2 of them, and there's a lot more than 2 at this point. But they said in champ select and in draft, like we're looking for hard CC. These are the things that we need to make sure we fill out this comp. So kudos to them, because obviously 3 of us are rookies, so this is completely new to us, and their guidance has been super helpful. So yeah, kudos to them for that.
Now, I'm just putting this out as a question for you guys, but coming from the 2 games, how did you guys feel about the, team fights and how they were executed?
Adam, you want to take this?
I think the thing that I said as we ended the second game was bigger monkeys win or something like that. Like that was our team fight strategy throughout the game. Basically, was just like we saw an opportunity for a kill, and I know everybody that knows me knows I like to play champs that can fight for a while and like continue to sustain. So Gwen kind of serves that purpose similarly to Kane. If anybody hasn't been playing her, she is really deceptively able to survive a long time. So I just would pick fights that I thought were good for them to show up to, and we would just yell. We yelled a lot of words. None of them were really like coordinated most of the time, but we were just basically like slamming our keyboards and ulting. And it worked, it worked out. We played to our win conditions, and we certainly did better this week protecting the AD carry. That was something that we, all jokes aside, actually did prioritize. We were very clear before fights about who was supposed to be on peel duty and stuff like that. So I think that's where we saw some better results.
Yeah,
that definitely sounds about right. You guys were lengthened to slamming your fingers on your keyboard. Whew.
Yeah, and one thing that we talked about, we didn't really realize it in draft, but once the game kind of like we saw the first fight, it was like with Kane and the Tarek ultimate, he's able to survive for so long. Like there was one fight you got engaged on Adam, and you were like down to 300 HP or 400 HP, and then you just ulted into him, got a bunch of healing, and then the Tarek ult came out over top as well, and then you came out had the Tarek ultimate, and you're like 3/4 HP. I was like, oh god, here we go.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Kane's kind of silly like that too, because the cooldowns are so short. You're essentially, it's almost like you're adding a player to the team fight, because people have to fight you that long. It's like they're killing you once, you come back. They try to kill you again, you come back. It's just very, very oppressive.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's definitely, I'd say, my favorite champion to blind pick, because obviously he can transform into either type of character that you might need depending on the comp. So
yeah,
definitely a comfort for me.
Gotcha. Well, you got anything else, Brandon?
Not so much that comes into my head, except well done both teams. Like the amount of team fighting has been shown. Like both teams have actually, done very well both lane phase and then when it came to team fights. I have to say that both the draft and how well it's been executed, I'm kind of like at all. It definitely showed.
Yeah.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, so yeah, good GG's from both teams. Also, if you guys didn't know, Hook My Book, the co-caster, this is his first ever cast, so give him a round of applause. Woo!
Hey.
Good job, Brandon. First ever cast.
did you-
I went into
Did
our
you
team
s-
chat and I
uh,
said, I went to the team chat and said, "Hey guys, can anybody cast?" And he said, "I'm at my computer," and I said, "All right, here we go." But yeah, he's been absolutely smurfing, and so I'm glad to have him on my team. But from me, from everybody else at the PMALCS, thank you guys for tuning in. 2 Coaches, 1 Cup, 2-0 in week number 4 over the Dylan Ortenzi Memorial Stadium. Thank you guys. Go tune into, I believe it's Cornstar's channel, where we have another game going on. So go tune into that. See you all later.